Hello, wonderful beings, and welcome to Phoenix Rising Oracles. So excited to have you here today, and so excited to be doing this reading for the collective. It is a special day indeed. We have got the 1111 portal. Essentially, it is a day to recognize the immense potential for change in all of us, and that is through kind of practicing meditation, manifestation, because when we really do commit to trying to understand ourselves better and trying to be the best selves for not only us but for those around us, that really is the catalyst for personal evolution and for spiritual advancement. So as it is a day where we are embracing transformation, and essentially that is what Phoenix Rising Oracles is all about. It's about embracing your journey, embracing transformation, finding that inner strength and courage, especially as we let go of the old and embrace the new. So in this spirit of embracing transformation, manifesting, our beautiful lives that lie ahead for us, and putting the time and energy into truly understanding who we are, I feel it's an absolutely beautiful day, and it's a beautiful day to do some messages. So this is just a quick reading for everybody, and it's really just to set some great intentions for the collective out there. It doesn't matter where you are, it doesn't really matter anything other than the fact that you are here and that you are willing to explore new perspectives around your journey, the collective journey, just bringing love and light and healing and optimism and hope back into the world, right? So I've just pulled two spirit animal oracle cards, and I also wanted to pull a card or two from the Oracle and Dream deck. So I'm going to be pulling the cards, and then I will be interpreting their energies, and I will be sure to show you the visuals. So remember, I do encourage you to please use your own intuition. When you look at the images of the cards, wow. Phoenix Rising Oracles, welcome. Thank you. Spirit guides, guardian angels, God, universe, however you... Oh, sorry, I was just so excited to see that card. But however you resonate and whatever feels right to you, please stick with whatever feels right to you. Remember that this is a general reading for the collective. I feel that if you're here already, then I feel like there will be a message in here for you. Okay, so I do apologize. I had a bit of a technical issue, but we're back on track. I hope that the video and audio quality is still good for you. I will obviously check it after the reading is done. But what I was saying is that please remember that this is a general reading. So whatever works for you, take it with you. See how it applies into your life. Especially from a place of perspective, you might be missing something that you could be seeing in a different way. So always try to look at things from different perspectives. And then again, if there's something that's really not resonating with you, then just leave it behind. We're all very much on our own individual paths, on our own journeys. We're all on our own journeys, and so the messages will absolutely resonate differently for everybody. So just asking for final guidance on this 1111 portal. Too many cards. The 1111 portal. What does the collective watching here today need to know? Too many cards, Spirit. But I will tell you that I have done this part of the reading twice, and this card and this card and this card came up previously, so I'm just going to go with that. The technical glitches and technical difficulties are things we can't avoid. Start with the interpretation. So first off, we have got elephant energy. So elephants are known to be really loving, nurturing, kind of wise, loyal. They're also incredibly empathetic. I've got quite a keen interest in the natural world, and I was at an elephant sanctuary not too long ago. It's truly something special being in their energy. It's just this powerful, majestic grace that they have about themselves. So maybe this is a message for you to also remember your own power, your personal power. But the message on this card, particularly today, is to open yourself up, to open yourself to true abundance. You can see it's also a mother elephant with the little one. Is playing with water. So having fun, being playful. Elephants are also known to be playful. But really the message here is to open yourself up to true abundance. The next message that we have is kangaroo energy. So you can think of the kangaroo as kind of a peaceful warrior. This is a message to be a force for good in the world. And I think that particularly on this 1111 portal, where we're kind of recognizing that immense potential for change within the collective consciousness. Again, you can see there's kangaroos all around behind this one, looking towards this one. And I think, again, it's just reiterating the message. And even while you're here watching this video, reiterates the message to be a force for good in the world, especially with so much going on in the world. Even if it's something small as cars, speaking about cars, and I'm going to go into this one in a second, but yesterday I was sitting in traffic, peak hour traffic. Traffic was terrible. There was a guy next to me and he was learning how to drive. His wife was in the passenger seat. People were getting so annoyed because, he was just kind of not getting away. And eventually I just told him to roll down the window, and I was like, you know what, at least you are trying, at least you are learning, and everybody had to learn at some point, so just keep going. And we had just a little chuckle, and I made a joke and said this is the best time to learn, but that really made both of our days, or all of our days. It really was a nice little conversation to have in traffic. And even if it's just in one small way, by letting someone know that, you know what, it's okay, like, let everybody else just chill. That is a way to be a force for good. And I think that because you're here, you obviously have that in your heart. So don't be scared. Don't be scared to let that out and let the world see that. So this card, this is actually from the Dream Oracles deck. So you have Dreams and Oracle cards. So excited about the Phoenix card. But on the Dreams card, this one speaks about vehicles and cars. So the questions it asks are, do you know what direction you want to go in life? So really just think about, where in your life do you feel that you're not in control? Where do you feel that you're not in control of your life plans? Again, just spoke about kind of personal power, finding a sense of personal power, thinking about that kind of elephant energy, being powerful, majestic, graceful, but being in your own sense of power, taking control of your life's plans. And it really is, through kind of opening up to abundance. Where you open yourself up to abundance, you also start realizing everything that you have to be grateful for. Sometimes you forget that you've actually got amazing people in your life that are there to support you through the difficult times. Speaking of difficult times, let's move on to the next one. And I'm so excited that we have got this card, particularly, obviously, because this is Phoenix Rising Oracles. And out of all of these cards, it's really special for us to have received this. So the message on this card, and we'll go a little bit more into the symbolism around a phoenix, and perhaps I should do that first. But what I really love about the phoenix is that it truly symbolizes transformation. It's a really beautiful symbol of, it is said that this phoenix kind of burns up into its own flames. It burns away all the old that no longer serves it, the lessons that it's learned, anything that's still left behind that no longer needs to be there. The phoenix burns that away. It burns into ashes, and then it gets reborn, renewed again from the ashes. to take on that next part of the journey. And that is what life's really about. Life is this kind of has this cyclical nature where, you know, we go through life, we experience the lessons, and then we kind of have to go through a renewal, a rebirth, a transformation. We're constantly having to transform and evolve, to keep up with the world, to keep up with what's happening. But also, I think it's truly important to keep up with your own sense of purpose, and your own path. You know, speaking about paths here, it's really important to actually let go. So the messages on this card is: examine what you resist discarding. Reassess what needs to be renewed and given a fresh start. Clean up all the things around you that are cluttering your life. So again, this is really powerful energy. I feel that this is really powerful energy for the 1111 portal. When you think about the 1111 portal, 1111 is all about manifestation. 11 is a master number, so it represents heightened levels of intuition. It represents spiritual insight. It represents a gateway to a higher realm, a higher state of being. Think about it as being closer to God and being closer to, you know, God, the universe, source, spirit, whatever it is that you resonate with. This is all about the language of love. And being our best selves in this human experience. But when we look at the 1111 portal, and its intention, the number 11 is about manifestation. It's about using a heightened level of intuition, seeking that spiritual insight, and really looking within to manifest the perfect life that you desire, to manifest the way in which you show up in the world, not only for yourself but for others. So going through this phase, especially, this is just so great for me on this 1111 portal, especially because the Phoenix has been a symbol that has been resonating with me incredibly strongly. And once I decided that this would be my message, this would be what this is all about, is a Phoenix rising. I'm just so grateful. I'm truly grateful that this came out on the 1111 reading, which is my first official YouTube reading. So thank you all for being here. And this is so true to my own personal journey. And I'm truly grateful. So when we look at the Phoenix, again, speaking about cleaning up things around you, something I wanted to mention when it comes to opening up for abundance. So we recently moved house a couple of months ago, and I've realized that there's a couple of things I don't really know where to put or where it goes, or even if it, you know, doesn't even have a place anymore. And when we think about energy, you know, there's always an exchange. So to open up for abundance, one way you could think about that is actually, well, by doing some good for others. You know, there's the laws of karma, there's those that say do good unto others and that will be done to you, and all of those, you know, there's variations of it, but really what it comes down to is, if you're in your house, you're finding a bunch of things, material things that you no longer need, that no longer serve this purpose for you on your future path. Think about maybe donating that. Think about people out there that wish they had something like this. You know, I donated a bunch of clothes to a charity at a homeless that helps with homeless people, and the visualization I had in my head was, you know, I've got all these old work clothes, all these really old sticky corporate work clothes that no longer are any items of clothing that I would wear, regardless of the job. I wouldn't dress that way anymore because that's just doesn't feel true to who I am. But I did feel a sense that there are people out there trying to change their life, trying to transform their lives. What if they could use a really nice dress for an interview? How that could absolutely change their lives. So think about different ways where you can be a force for good. Think about ways that you can declutter your mind, your heart, your life. Think about how what is no longer good for you could serve others. And that is one way that you truly open up for abundance. Next, we have the Lover's card. I really love this deck. This is the Crystal Tarot deck by Jane Wallace. I really do love this deck because of the beautiful illustrations here. So the Lover's card, hopefully this is the last time that would have happened. But as I was saying about the Lover's card, this card really represents love. The affirmation there is, I trust my knowing and make a commitment. So when we look at the messages so far of opening yourself up to abundance, being a force for good, understanding, what is on your path, that, might be feeling like you're not in control. Choose love. Choose the things that bring you love, and burn away the old. Next, we have the King of Wands. So again, this came up the previous times I recorded this. But the King of Wands really it represents leadership. It represents vision, inspiration, a theme of kind of vision. So the affirmation on this card is that I am successful in all I do. And again, it really resonates with the theme here. When you look at going down your path with good intentions, with true intentions, as we go through this 1111 portal, and set intentions and manifest what we truly want for ourselves, what we truly love in our lives. Trust that you will be successful. Look back at the path that you've had so far. Look at your successes. Look at how you have renewed yourself over and over and over again. So King of Wands is really kind of bringing that leadership, taking leadership in your own life. Next, we have the Moon card. Really love the Moon card. I also have got the Moonstone here. That's also a heightened sense of intuition. The Moon card represents illuminations, intuitions. It also represents kind of a lot of emotion. So there might be things that you're feeling quite confused about right now. It also can mean mystery. So, when the Moon card comes into play, when we look at the affirmation, my intuition guides me to the right decision. Again, when we look at making decisions that are based on love, choosing the path that's based on love, and following that intuition, following what we feel is right, knowing that we can be successful. Oh well, clouds went right in front of the sun, so I hope that the video is still. So that was the final interruption in transmission, although this is not really transmission, but I do apologize. The point that I was getting to is that with the Ten of Pentacles, this is truly where we want to go. We want to go to a place where we know that there are various options. We use our intuition to guide us to make the right choices in our lives, so that we can get to a place of love, a place of success, a place of abundance of all forms. Remember, abundance doesn't just come in material or worldly form. But essentially, we want to be able to understand that for that abundance to come and for us to open up for abundance, we also need to give. We also need to free up space. And we can free up space inside ourselves by burning away what no longer serves us, by clearing out all of the things around you that just clutter your life, your mind, your heart, all of it. And that is truly what this 1111 portal is about. It's about manifestation, and one of the most important components to manifesting is actually believing that it has already happened. So believe that you've already been successful, that you have the love that you want and need in the places where you want and need it in your life. Visualize it. Visualize that you're in a state of worldly abundance too, or just at a place of security, whatever it is for you that makes you feel abundant. But remember that we need to have open hearts to allow that abundance to come in. We also need to play our part in society or in this world, to be a force for good in whatever way that comes. And through clearing out all of the old, we're able to be born again, we're able to be anew, renewed, and continue on. And you know what's the most amazing thing is that when we go through these cycles of renewal, when we go into our future, manifesting the most beautiful things through this 1111 portal, but when we go into the future, we have already learned so much about the paths. We've learned not to take that train because it maybe gets us there a little bit later. We've learned that perhaps the car is reliable, but it's not necessarily the safest way to get there. We've learned all the lessons that we needed to learn to get us to a point of being successful. And you know, again, life changes, life consists of many cycles, and at the end of the day, we just got to keep transforming through them, evolving through them, growing through them. That's really what it's about. So I'm going to close the reading off here. I hope that something has resonated for you all today. And I do truly wish you all just the most beautiful, magical lives as we go forward from this day. So let's have a look at the cards that have come out. This affirmation card says, listen, there is a light present in all things that is a language that transcends the words of any man. So listen with your heart. Again, speaking about love, what are the things that you truly know in your heart you desire? What are the things that you want to work towards? If there's a creative project, if there's a social project, if it's helping someone, if it's talking to someone, if it's forgiving someone, you know, we're all going through these different journeys, and so listen to what comes up for you. Again, in the, you know, on today we talk about manifestation, so incredibly important. That's truly when you listen to what comes. The next card says destroy. Blow your deadly winds, light some fires, release some waves, shake things up, and break things down. And that's very much in this energy of the Phoenix. Break things down, let go of the old, rise up into the new. So that's really lovely. We also have this card which says be still. Spirit waits to guide you, but you must be still to hear the message. So isn't that quite ironic that on this day that really celebrates manifestation, meditation, I think there's actually a global movement on the go for today for everybody to meditate wherever you are in the world, and that will help raise the vibrations of the collective consciousness. So this is absolutely lovely. Be still, and I'm going to put that there by the elephant. And surprise, surprise, we have a moon card over here that very nicely matches the moonstone that I'm using specifically today, but also the moon card that we have. And this card says, see. See not with your eyes, but with your soul. Trust in yourself to know the answer. And that is essentially, that's a really good representation of what the moon card holds for us. So I hope that this has been helpful for you. These are the messages that have come through. Please, if they do resonate, please like the video. It would be great for you to subscribe and help grow the channel, spread the love. And thank you for trusting me in doing this reading for you. Thank you for being a part of this as we move through uncertain, unprecedented times. May we all remember that whatever happens, we can rise up over and over again, as long as we are part of the greater good for all. So love and light, and take care.